Experience 10 days of Grand Europe trip for easy EMI of Rs 25,000 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Wonder Diamond, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.
Hello and welcome to Galata Plus. In this video review episode, we are going to be talking about Vignesh Kumulai's Karparaa. Now this film is a quiet stunner, an unsentimental look at an aged couple at the mercy of the young, and as always, this review may contain spoilers, so do watch at your own discretion. Now Vignesh Kumulai was one of the cinematographers of Pebbles of Kurangal. You might have heard of that film. It won the Tiger Award at the International Film Festival of Rotterdam. Now Vignesh has made his first film as director, and this is Karparaa, and it premiered at the same festival this year. The film is a quiet stunner set in a quiet village in Tamil Nadu. Vignesh is also the film's writer, cinematographer and editor. The story is about a very old couple at the doorstep of death. For practical reasons, the old woman and the old man are being cared for by different children. But Vignesh does not judge these children. Instead of an emotional narrative like Yasujiro Ozu's Tokyo Story, he uses a distant observational style with a series of vignettes. This style echoes a stretch of dialogue from Ozu's film, which is also about aged parents and two busy children. The dialogue goes like this: but children do drift away from their parents. They have to look after their own lives. But first, let's look at the old woman. Her face is the film's opening image. Vignesh gives us a close-up. This is a close-up that captures the wrinkles, the puckered mouth, the cotton ball puffs of white hair, the large empty holes in the ear that must have held heavy droopy earrings, and most importantly, the slowness of this old woman's motion. It takes an eternity to sit up after a nap, and the creaks from her cot become the background score for this stage of life. There's no music in the film. Meanwhile, the old man makes an entry crawling across the frame. None of the characters have screen names, and they come across as a bunch of sons and daughters-in-law and grown-up grandchildren. This is not a film about cruel people who have little time for their aged parents. This is a film about busy people who, unlike in Tokyo Story, still carve out some time from their daily routine to give the old woman a bath, or maybe wash the old man's behind. Yes, there is the inevitable bit of grumbling. For example, we hear a daughter-in-law say that her sons spend all their time taking care of the old man, but it comes across more like venting. You know, sometimes when these situations happen, you have to vent. This is that. This is not malice. She's in the kitchen when she says this, which means that she is busy making food, and the others are busy too. Some of them are deshelling groundnuts, some of them are doing construction work, or some of them are just staring at their smartphones. Even when a scene borders on cruelty, it is redeemed with humanity. Take the example of the scene where the old woman wants to relieve herself, and her grandson at first doesn't seem inclined to help her, but eventually he does. Grudgingly, yes, but he does. The longest stretch of dialogue tells a story about ungrateful sons. Maybe that's another point of view. The closest this film comes to showing that kind of sentimentality is with its images of calves and pups suckling at their mother's teats. I read it as a simple fact. It is a duty of the older generation to care for the young. The reverse is not always true. Karparaa abounds with images of nature and technology, the old and the new. At one point, a view of the sky. It's interrupted by telephone lines. At another point, the skyline is broken by a leafless, Tim Burton-esque tree that seems to be as old as the couple in the story, and a man on a bike passes by. A table fan tells us that the day is hot. Later we get rains. Even the bodies of the old people are bare, like nature. We see the old woman's drooping breast. We see the old man's genitals as he is being washed. There is no sensationalism. It's like seeing a naked child. Old age, after all, is a return to the helplessness of childhood. Just like someone tosses rice to chickens early on, the old couple is kept fed. This is a film that shows how the old are at the mercy of the young. At least in this case, the young exist with a sense of duty. The bum may not be washed lovingly, but at least it is washed. And that's it about Karparaa. If you like this video review, do subscribe to Galata Plus, and see you soon at the movies.
Experience 10 days of Grand Europe trip for easy EMI of Rs 25,000 only with GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Wonder Diamond, South India's largest lab-grown diamond brand, stores at Chennai, Coimbatore, Bangalore and Hyderabad.